Hello guys, this is Octavius, North American Archery. Thank you so much for tuning into our channel. Today I'm coming from behind Knob here in Indiana, and I'm trying to make sure the rain stops before I go out here. I don't want to get soaked, but I'm still going to shoot this course. I'm just waiting for it to pass. And I just did a video on arrows, and I want to do an additional video on it as well, because I want to talk about if bare shaft tuning is necessary in traditional archery. A lot of people that have been doing this for a long time have never bare shaft tuned. Now I know that's contrary to popular belief, but most of the time when I was growing up, the people that came before me in archery in my family didn't bare shaft tune. They just made sure that their shaft was correct. They made sure their arrow weight was correct. And they also made sure that it had enough weight on that broadhead to penetrate that animal or to get to that target. And so we didn't discuss FOC in those days. We didn't discuss any of the things that we're so hot and bothered about today. So why is it such a big deal in this day and time? The answer is because there were people back in those days doing that, but they were professionals at the craft. Your typical bow hunter in your area was not worried about that. They were concerned about just ordering the bow out of the catalog, getting some arrows that the catalog said that matched with the bow, and they went out hunting and they killed big bucks. That's it, okay? But now we have YouTube, we have all these different things, and people are getting so hot and bothered about bare shaft tuning, bare shaft tuning, bare shaft tuning, high FOC. High FOC is great. Bare shaft tuning is great, but most people will never get to the point where they're going to be efficient at that. They're just not. It took me years to get to the point where I felt confident that my release was right, my back tension was right, that I knew what kind of arrows that I needed before I ever knew about anything about bare shaft tuning. So I'm going to give you 3 pointers to determine if you need a bare shaft tune. Number 1. Okay, do you have a consistent release and a good shot process? Do you individually, as a traditional archer, have a good release and a shot process? If the answer is no, don't even think about bare shaft tuning. Just move to getting arrows that have the correct spine and are fully fletched, and you cut them to length, you glue your inserts in, put your broadheads on, and you're ready to go. Don't go into trying to bare shaft tune until you know your form is down, your release is down. You're going to be very, very frustrated, and you're not going to get it done. So a lot of people won't say that. I'm just trying to help you if you're struggling with this currently. Number 2, how much time do you have to learn? A lot of people think it's going to be overnight. It may take you to do your first bare shaft tune an entire month. How do I know this? I did it myself. It took me 4 weeks to bare shaft tune my first traditional bow because I was so inexperienced. And so sometimes we can do YouTube videos that make it seem so simple, but it's not always so simple. It takes years of practice to be proficient at bare shaft tuning, especially when you're doing it on your own. It helps when you have somebody right there. So if I'm with somebody and they want to bare shaft tune, I can coach them through it, but I can't shoot the bow for them because we are bare shaft tuning for them. So I've seen a lot of people get frustrated, and I've always said, let's get you some arrows that are fully fletched, cut them to length, glue your inserts in, have good FOC, and you'll be fine. I know this because, like I've said in other videos, I did that. I had no idea how to do any of that, and I was still efficient at going out by just trusting my local archery shop on what arrows I needed for the traditional bow. And then number 3, is being precise important to you, or you just want to do enough to get by? Is being precise important to you, or you just want to do enough to get by? So most people don't need to be precise. All they want to do is go out and deer hunt. All they want to do is go out and hog hunt. All they want to do is go out west and kill an elk. Go bear hunting. They don't need to be precise on an Olympic level. And so many times I've seen so many comments on videos that I've made and videos that other people have made where it's all about what the Olympic people do and this person said this. Me and you will never get to the level of an Olympic shooter, because that's what they do a lot of times 365 days a year, and they get sponsored and they're ready to go. We have normal jobs and we just want to go out hunting and going out and have a good time with our friends and family, go 3D shoot in the rain, okay? That's all we're doing. You don't have to get so caught up in trying to be like an Olympic style shooter or the epic shooter that you read a magazine of back in the day and you have always tried to strive to be like them. Yes, some of us can get to that level if we really focused on it, but most of us will never be there. So instead of getting frustrated on it, if you don't want to be precise to the level of an Olympic shooter, you are probably going to be okay by just getting the correct spine, the correct grains per pound, and good FOC and a sharp broadhead, and you'll be fine for hunting. And the same applies doing all those things for going 3D shooting. Tuning arrows, most people in our craft don't have a clue about how to do. Even if they tell you that they know how to do it, they still are not bear shaft tuning correctly because they can't get past their release and their shot process. So guys, I'm making this video to encourage you, the traditional archer, that if you're struggling with bear shaft tuning and this resonated with you, put some comments in the comment section. Tell me your struggles. I can try to help you with bear shaft tuning, or I can just continue to encourage you to not worry about bear shaft tuning and just focus on what's most important to you, which is going out, having a blast with family and friends, hunting, 3D shooting, and target practice in the backyard. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming to our channel. To continue to like and subscribe and turn on your post notifications. And remember this, you don't have to get ready when you stay ready. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon.